Hi friends, from this video onwards, we are going to start a new subject, Introduction to Programming. On this subject, we are going to post various video lectures on various topics. In the present video, uh, in Unit 1, we are going to discuss about the basics of computers. First, let us start with the term what is computer. The computer is derived from the Latin word computere, which means to calculate. And the basic common definition one can able to easily remember from this definition. What is a computer? Computer is an electronic device that takes the data as input from the input devices, process the data as per the instructions, and produces the information as an output on output devices. So everybody we are seeing that is a it's a computer is a nothing but electronic device which consists of various components of electronic like that be if you open the CPU there will be so many components of electronic related components will be there and which are collected in a proper way. That is a motherboard and hard disk and so many components are connected which resembles a computer. What it will do, it will take the data from the user through input devices. There are certain input devices that we know, that is mouse, keyboard, and the other things of input devices, and it will process the data. The processing requirements depends on the user. So what are the things required from the expected from the data that he can write in the form of coding, that is a program. The program of instructions will provide the processing capabilities of the computer and produces with the processing, it will produces information, that is the processed data, that is a useful data on output devices. Output devices means monitor, and if you want to copy, if you want to get the hard copy of this, so we're going to present that one in the printout like that. Some display devices or printout devices, output devices. So this is about the basic definition of computer. Computer is an electronic device that takes the data as input from the input devices and process the data as per the instructions and produces the information as output on output devices. So this we can see on a small line sketch. That is, so input devices, it will take the input in the form of data. Then it will fed for the computer, maybe CPU, central processing. We will discuss those that one one by one, the how this process, and ultimately it going to generate information. Information is processed data. So whatever the required way we want to get it from the data. So what are the conclusions that we have to give? What is the present? What is the form of data should be? What are the information that we have to derive from the given input data? All these things will be provided as an output, and that will be displayed on the output devices. So basically, a computer system can be divided into two main things. One is hardware components and the software component. If you consider any computer system, that will be basically two parts. One is hardware components, other one is the software component. So what is the hardware? Hardware means generally we can physically we can see that and we can sense that by touching that one we can able to sense the device which is available. So physical parts of a computer which are possible to touch and visible are known as hardware component. So you can able to see, we can able to touch physically, we can feel the sense. Uh, those devices generally known as hardware components. So uh, it may be your mouse, keyboard, or the CPU or display unit like monitor, printer, cables. All this comes under the physical components. So which can we can able to see, we can able to touch, and it comes under hardware components. It includes all mechanical, electrical, and electronic parts attached to it. Then, if you consider any system, the important components in the which are related to hardware are, one is the input devices, maybe keyboard. That's what I mean. Keyboard, mouse, and the output devices like a printer, monitor, and central processing unit. All this comes under the hardware components. Then this is the configuration of how the computer is. So regarding hardware components, we are going to discuss in a separate video. This is the just outline. So input devices will be there. There will be a CPU. In the CPU, there will be three units. So one is arithmetic logic unit, control unit, register unit. And memory unit will be there. And it can generate it will take the input from the input devices and the process in the central processing unit and produces the output as information that will be displayed on the output devices. So regarding these hardware components, we are going to discuss separately. And software components. So software, hardware devices, we have so many numbers: input devices, output devices, central processing. So these things, these hardware components will function based on the process of instructions, the instructions that are given in the form of programs. So if you want to function the hardware, if you want to make it function to, if you want to perform some operation from the hardware, we have to give instructions. So a set of instructions that achieving a single outcome are called program or procedure. A set of instructions. If we want to perform certain things, we have to give some instruction to the computer. Those instructions generally will call the program. So these programs, this collection of these programs, it may be intended as a small program. The collection of so many programs will form as a software. So many of programs functioning together to do a task that collectively known as software. So software, a program is instructions, step-by-step instructions, and the collection of programs is nothing but a software. So basically software is divided into basically three types. One is system software, application software, and utility software. So we'll discuss one by one. So when you come to the system software, there will be three basic types, again basic classification, three types. One is operating systems, language processor, and device drivers. So system software. What is a system software? The software required to run the hardware parts of the computer and the other application softwares are called system software. So this is the primary one, so which we have to install in the system so that whatever the hardware components are there. So if you want to make it function, first we have to provide a software for that. So that software is known as system software. And system software, actually what it will do, it will act as an interface between the hardware and the user applications. Because hardware components has to function with user instructions means, so first of all, it has to provide an interface between because it is a physical device and a human being is a natural device, and he will communicate in a different way, and this hardware communicate in a different way, receives in a different way. So to interact, to provide the interaction between these two, so we have to provide an interface. So the system software acts as an interface between the hardware and the user applications. So why interface is required means that's what an interface is needed, because hardware devices and human speaks in a different languages. Hardware speaks in the binary language. All the electronic components will receive will communicate only in the binary language, but human being cannot understand the binary language. So he have his own communicative language. So to avoid the difficulty between these two, so we have to provide an interface so that the system will function as per the user instructions. The system software basically three types I said. One is the operating system, a system software that is responsible for functioning of all hardware parts and their interoperability to carry out tasks successfully is called operating system. A system software that is responsible for functioning of all the hardware parts which are connected to the computer, like input devices, output devices, and central processing, all the connected devices. If you are connected your CPU to a speaker or display unit like a projector, or if you are receiving the some if you are connected with a uh, mobile, or which are connected with some camera, so it has to function. So all these functions, yeah, all these operations can be possible if you are provided a system software that is basically responsible for functioning of the hardware parts. Operating system is the whenever you purchase one computer, then first we have to uh, load it with a or installed with a operating system. So when you switch on the computer, automatically first it's going to read with the OS. That is the operating system. What it will do? Operating system manages the computer basic functions. So what are the computer basic functions? Like so whatever the information you have given, we have to store that one properly. And whenever it is required, we have to retrieve the all the information are in the form which are available in the form of files. We have to retrieve and we have to perform certain tasks with respect to time, like cleaning of the memory or checking the operations, and in doing the programming, first operation, second operation, third operation, which has to perform first. So many operations, scheduled tasks. So all these things will be monitored by or controlled by or run by with the help of operating system. And device driver, system software that controls and monitors functioning of a specific device. Whenever you are connected a hardware device like your connected speakers, then we have to provide the drivers, a small program which are relevant to your speaker and a computer. That is, now the computer has to interact with the speaker. There is a speaker or camera, whatever the device we are connected. So if you want to make it function, we have to provide a separate program which are relevant to that particular hardware component. So these programs or these software is called device drivers. So any new device is added to system, we need to install its driver so that the OS knows how it needs to be managed. So these things will be taken care by the device drivers. Then the second part of the system software is application software. A software that performs a single task and nothing else is called specific application software. Application software is very specialized in their function and approach to solving a problem. That is, whenever we have a specific applications, very particular application, then we'll write a program that will be useful for a particular application only. So that is, so when you see a spreadsheet software like Excel or something, so it can is only mentioning for that one, so it won't do anything else. Suppose if you have a ticket collection system in the Indian Railways, it is mentioned only for reservation, updation of the information, those things. Beyond that, it can't do anything. Similarly, hospital management software. So whatever the things required for hospital management, like entering of the patient names and this updation of the medicine what I have given, and the financial systems and the staffs, whatever the things available in the hospital. So for that information, what is the things required? That only it will the software which are developed for that particular application. That is only for that. The application software is intended for only for that part, those aspects which are required for your application. So those are called application software. And then the last one is utility softwares. An application software that assists system software in doing their work is called utility software. Application software that assists the system software in doing their work is called utility software. Utility software, there is a specific, sometimes it may available, it may not be available, but the system may function. But if you provide this one, the first system may perform additional, the system will have additional capabilities. So that is antivirus system, antivirus software. If the antivirus software is available or not available, the system may function. But if it is available, the performance is good. It will be safeguard against the attacks. And the disk management tools, file management tools, compression tools, backup tools, all these things will be additional tools will be available. So for a specific purpose, that will be useful for your system to work in a better way and a more enhanced way. So then these softwares are called utility softwares. Then we have a doubt. So what is a programming language? So what I said in the beginning itself we discussed, a program is nothing but a collection of instructions, and these collection of instructions, if you put together, this collection of instructions will become a program, and these programs put together then will become a software. That is, if you want to develop a software, we should know some programming, how to do the program, because the software is nothing but a collection of programs. Program is nothing but instructions. These instructions we have to write means we require one programming language. So a program is a set of instructions that satisfy terminology of the specific languages. Applications are developed. All these applications, whether it's operating system or the application software or utility software, are designed by programs in the any of the computer languages. So if you know one of the computer, so by using the programming languages, so all these softwares are developed. So in general, computer languages are basically two types. One is low level language, other one is high level language. So basically for programming aspects, there are all the softwares will be developed based on some programming languages. The programming languages are basically two types. One is a low level language and other one is high level language. What is a low level language? Low level language means it will be easy for the system. So we can say it is very easy for the system to understand, to communicate, but it is very difficult for the operator or the user, very difficult to understand. The type of language is called low level language. This is very easy for the system. So that one is generally known as mission language, assembly language, are known as low level languages. And mission language and low level it comes under low level language. All these instructions are available in the mission codes. So mission codes are nothing but it will be digital numbers, that is zeros and ones, like that. So every instructions which is available in the combination of zeros and ones, that user cannot understand directly. So he requires specialized skills for that. Even then it is very difficult to understand this. And other name for the mission language is binary language. So these are the mission languages are considered to be first generation languages. So the code, whatever the instructions we have given in the form of programs, this program consists of zeros and ones combination. The sequence will differ, then the meaning will differ. Like that the program will be. It is very difficult to understand by the user, but it is very easy for the hardware components. And the next one is assembly language. So assembly language also comes under low level language, and it is just a modified form of the common, instead of zeros and ones, it will be added with some simple words like add, sub, multiplication, divide, like this simple words, English simple words, so that it will be somewhat simple and for the user point of view, but it is again the difficulties as it is. This language generally considered as assembly languages are generally considered as second generation languages. This is the example. So there'll be simple English sentences will be there. Instead of directly having zeros and one combinations like in the mission code, it will be modified from assembly language. So in the assembly language, we have just like English simple words will be there. With that, we are going to write a small program. So this program will again convert into mission language or mission codes. Then the program will work on the system. Okay, this is the assembly language. Assembly language is second generation languages. And the second part is high level language. What is high level language? So high level language generally useful for the programmers or users. How means, so what are the things required for communication with the system? So all these instructions will be available in the form of English statements in the simple words in the English. So we're going to form a phrase or structures, sentences. So though that is available in the English. So high level languages are formed with the combination of simple English sentences. So this user for creating the sentences and reading, providing the sentences. So in the as instructions to the computer, it is easy. So high level languages are easy in the programmer point of view, but it's very difficult for the computer to understand this one. So these high level languages are generally known as third generation languages. So all these third generation languages are Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, C, C++, Java. All we have familiar with all these languages, which are known as the high level languages. And what is the, here we are going to briefly outline what is the low level and high level languages. So what I said, low level languages are mission friendly language. It is very easy for the system to understand. But high level languages are user friendly, that is a programmer friendly. And the second point is low level language takes more time to execute. Low level languages takes more time to execute. High level languages it takes at a faster pace. And the mission code cannot run on the all the missions. So whatever the programs that we have developed on the low level language, so it will take some more time, and it is it can run only on the system where it is developed. That is it is a hardware related. So it cannot run on the all the missions. Whatever the code is developed, that's not cannot be run on the all the devices. It is a specific for the hardware dependent. And the high level language level code can be run on all platforms so that it is supportable language. High level languages are, if you write a program that can be compiled, it can going to generate its the mission codable form and the compiler and some other devices. So high level languages are portable. And it is a low level. What is the advantage with the low level language? It's memory efficient, and the high level languages are less memory efficient. But the another drawback with the low level language is debugging. There is when any program mistakes are available, then it is very difficult to identify those mistakes because all the entire code is available in the zeros and ones form. That is very difficult. And if you want to maintenance or that is updation or maintenance of the programs, it will be very difficult because everything is available in the zeros and one mission codes. But whereas in the high level language, so this is very simple. Like English sentences, we can going to modify the errors, we can update, we can maintain, and easily. So these are the some of the differences between high level and low level languages, right? So this is today's simple basic concepts about the software for starting the introduction to programming subject. So remaining topics we are going to discuss in the due course. So I request all the viewers, So please like, share, subscribe to our channel so that we can provide some more videos. Thank you.